What's going on tonight, YouTube? It's me, VB, and it's clutch time for the Bulldozer, because tonight is the final game of his current 10-day contract. So, without further ado, let's get rolling. And of course, folks, if you guys like this video, don't forget to hit that like button. Also, don't forget to leave a comment down in the comments down below. And you can also send me a message through my Facebook and Twitter pages as well. I'll have those links for you in the description below. Just waiting out for our next game to load up. Alright, we're almost here. There we go.
Now let's meet the starters for your Pacers.
Ooh, looks like we're hitting the home of Larry Bird and the Indiana Pacers.
6'5", number 2, Rodney Stuckey.
Rodney Stuckey, he's a former Piston, I believe.
Eastern Conference matchup in today's game as the Pistons come into town for this one. And here it comes, the NBA.
This might be a little bit of a tough matchup, though, since the Pacers were in the Eastern Conference Finals last year.
Certainly some confidence for Indiana with the win in their last matchup against the Detroit Pistons. They come into this one feeling good about the matchup. They've taken both games so far this season.
Yeah, that was a strange game.
Pacers trail by 5.
All right, that's a good sign.
And George kicks it to West.
David West. Paul George, I believe he is hurt now.
For the 5 seconds.
Now I got to guard George Hill.
Back.
The Pistons have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. It's Monroe, high post. The Bulldozer passes to Urepko. And there's the foul. It's on the Bulldozer. That's his first foul.
And now a look at
right
George
into
Hill,
him,
some of
too.
the numbers for him. How his last 10 games have gone. He's averaging 11 points a game, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. And I think the playmaking really stands out to me that he's been doing it. So many times the plays he can generate seem to change the momentum of a game.
I agree wholeheartedly there. I mean, it's underestimated what his passing brings to this team.
I went to the passing lane, but he went backdoor on me.
Last game, a loss to the Heat.
And Kevin, when you don't take advantage of your trips to the free throw line, which they definitely did not, it's tough to recover from.
Yeah, it sure is. I mean, they left a lot of cheese and lettuce at that foul line, partner.
A lot of cheese and lettuce. Hit that.
Weeks can't hit. Pacers trail by 3.
Roy Hibbert really an all-around contributor at the center position, an elite rim protector.
I'm sticking close to my guy now.
Even knock a shot down from the high
Good
post.
tip.
Really does a lot of things to help you.
You should have gone for the intercept, though.
Will retain possession. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana.
That's okay. At least they didn't score on it.
Scola comes in for West. Chris Copeland's checked in for Rodney Stuckey. And it's Watson in for George Hill. Kyle Singler, he's checked in for Detroit. Jennings comes in for Meeks. George dishes to Copeland. Pass to Watson. 5 on the clock.
Oh, some pretty good defense. Get that. Get that. Thank you.
Knock it down. Pistons lead.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
To the middle. Deflects the pass.
It gets deflected, and he still gets a dunk off of it. Too bad I don't get the assist,
To
though.
the basket and the emphatic jam.
And that is outstanding attacking basketball.
Good timing, though.
No
It is.
choice but to take that one to the bucket.
Scola kicks to George. And there's the feed to Copeland. Back to George. Indiana moving it around. Watson for 3.
Yeah, I think I'll let him take that one.
52 seconds left here in the first quarter. On the wing, Singler.
Call for the ball. I'm going to get it to you.
Pass to the Bulldozer. He dishes it to Jennings. Kicks to Monroe. It's back to Jennings. Off target with his 3. Monroe.
Good pickup, though.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
Here is Watson. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Sacramento. 15 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Trying to make it a three-point play.
You know, the height difference there is huge, but he canceled it out with great body control in the air.
Exactly, Steve. He got to the hoop and wouldn't allow
Let's
himself
go.
to be manhandled by the big boy.
The dish to Jennings. From deep, three-point ring.
Yeah!
You gotta love seeing nothing but zeros on the clock when that ball tickles the twine.
Oh, man, a clutch.
Look at that shot. That was from Jennings.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And what stands out to you from the Pistons so far in this one?
And that first quarter was all about pace, guys, because this club really got out into transition. And that's
All right.
It's checked in for Mahinmi. West
We're
comes
up by
in for
10
Luis
late
Ford.
here in the second.
George is checked in for Chris Copeland. And it's Hill in for C.J. Watson. Then for the Pistons, Butler, he's checked in for Kyle Singler. Caldwell Pope comes in for Brandon Jennings. And it's the Bulldozer in for Jordan Farmar. Down low, West and Hibbert. George Hill out there with Rodney Stuckey. And it's George in at the small forward position. That's the Pacers 5. Smith the pass to the Bulldozer.
Too high.
The rebound goes to the Pacers. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
And across the board in that game, they just shot the lights out. They had a fantastic offensive night.
Yeah, rarely do you see a team get that hot. In total, I mean, everybody was knocking them down. They were spraying it from everywhere.
And it's Hill penetrating. And the lead is down inside single digits. Hill's got 7 points in the game.
You know, with the expectations low for him, he can provide a nice lift when he does put the ball in the basket.
No,
Well,
put it up.
fans
Oh,
in Indiana
die.
finally came back in bunches to support their hometown Pacers. They're in the top 10 in attendance, up from 25th in 2013.
West dishes to Hill. 1:24 left to play here in the second quarter. From 12 feet out. And the shot is
Yeah,
good.
he's owning me.
9 points in the game so far. Well, Clark, you look at the low attendance.
But they
numbers
did
for the
give me an
Pacers
assist,
in
though,
years
on
past
that
from
clutch
2007
first
to
quarter
2010.
ending.
They averaged the second worst in the league. I think that's
Three
surprised a lot of
from
It really
Jennings.
did. It surprised me and the rest of the organization as
No.
well. Yet that corresponds with the seasons that the Pacers actually dipped below 500, and there wasn't a lot of promise on the horizon. The Pacers winning now, and from what I hear, the TV ratings are also over double. Actually, I know the TV ratings for that
Isn't that
team
something?
have doubled up
Three.
since 2012, so things are headed in the right
And
direction.
I get it to go.
You know, his finishing ability leaves a lot to be desired, guys. He needs to take it to the basket stronger.
Sure. Banked in off the glass.
Nuts.
Well, they're finally starting to shoot the ball a little bit better now.
You know, I thought this was the kind of play they needed in the first quarter, but as I always like to say, it's better late than never.
Butler in the corner. There's the pass to the Bulldozer. Dishes it to Caldwell Pope. Pass to Smith. Here's the Bulldozer. Defended by West. Here's the three. Spinning off.
Yeah.
That's good. Caldwell Pope's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Now George. He had 25 points in the win against Sacramento. From deep. No good on
Not
the
gonna
left
go
side
that
of the tackle.
time.
And we're through two here in a good one.
Kevin, thank you. Roy, I know you have just a couple.
Yeah, I think I'll pass on that one. 34-29. The Detroit leads it.
Okay, guys, let's focus and get down to business. Now, here's a few things I took away from the first half. We ran the fast break real well, no doubt about that. Keep hitting them with those counter punches. Don't allow their D to get set. I will give you credit for your offensive rebounding. You really fought hard to keep possessions alive, and it's paid off. And I want us pounding the offensive glass in this half. If that means sacrificing a fast break or two, so be it. It'll be worth it. This is a very tough opponent, and we've got a difficult half in front of us. but I've got all the faith in the world in you guys. I know you can get this done.
I agree with Coach there. This is a difficult opponent.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the
In
second
Eastern
half.
Conference Finals quite a few times are run by Larry Bird, who not only is a legend in Indiana, but is also a legend in my home city of Boston.
First half, particularly in
Some changes for Indiana. Mahimi's checked in for Hibbert. Scola comes in for
We're up
Raz.
10 now, again
Watson
late in the
for
third.
Stuckey. And then for Detroit, Caron Butler's checked in for Monroe. Kyle Singler comes in for Josh Smith. And it's Jennings in for Jordan Farmer.
Takes a shot and he hits it.
Looking at who they've got. Jennings and Meeks in the backcourt. Jonas Jerebko out there with Caron Butler. And it's Singler in at small forward. The Bulldozer, he's checked in for the Pistons. And a look now at our 2K leaderboard to see which wingmen have come away with the most steals over the past month. In the third spot, Paul George.
And this set of guys can do as much or more.
Alright, so I'm supposed to guard C.J. Watson. Doesn't do well in the post or inside.
Pick that one right between the uprights, Steve. As small forwards, they're called on to cover a lot of distance at the defensive end. A lot of ground they need to cover. Those steals have come from everywhere.
Screen by Scola.
Scola, a screen on Jennings. George sets a screen for Hill. High arcing shot.
Give me that
Rebounded by
ball.
the Bulldozer.
Boy, blew the
Go,
easy
go,
two
go,
by
go.
profile. Trying to look
Wow.
good. That's a bad
I just threw it
decision
right
and poor
into his
execution.
hands.
And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kevin, no doubt
Alright, I thought he was gonna go for the
Drummond,
shot.
an emerging star at the center position. As new coach Stan Van Gundy put it, I think we have two responsibilities to Andre Drummond that will help our team.
Oh, triple
Number one,
teaming him.
do everything we
That's gonna
possibly
leave
can
Paul
to
George
develop him as
open.
a player, and secondly, to put a system and personnel around him that will allow him to thrive. Kevin?
Doris, it sounds like he'll play a pivotal role. Thank you.
Yeah, Van Gundy perhaps envisioning him as Dwight Howard 2.0.
Alright, what's my
in the
next
middle.
option here?
We'll see if, in fact, Drummond can live up to that.
Outside Jennings. To the inside.
Nice inside feed and he blows it.
So the Pacers will take it the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. That'll be the final game of this 5-game homestand. Scola, a screen on Singler. Hill with it. Singler covering, feeds it to Watson. He kicks it to George.
I'm just keeping an eye on my guy.
At the teardrop.
That's
rebound
not
by
gonna go
Butler.
in.
Butler's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one. so
Ooh,
far.
inside, nice.
Modest advantage that they have in that category. It's still a significant factor. Boy, they are just destroying them in the paint.
You could say that again, Steve. The defenders just aren't aggressive enough down low.
3-second difference between shot clock
I
and
went
game.
for it.
And he gets it to go. Watson's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Detroit leading by 10.
Alright, let's see where I'm supposed to
Guarantee
go.
this is the last possession of the quarter if they hang on to it.
And that's probably what they're going to do here.
Jennings drives in. Down low.
Nice down low. Take it.
And the
Thank
Pistons
you.
getting another bucket right there.
Well, and the bounce pass was the key to the play.
And as we end the 3rd quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Pistons lead by 12. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the 4th quarter. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Well, this is what you talk about when you have the offensive play coming together based on.
I thought my
tremendous
inside
passing
pass would be
rhythm
the assist of the
and
game.
flow that occurs that makes this a beautiful
Got right
game.
to the basket. It was wide open.
And so it's Detroit with the W.
Nice.
They pulled off this
You
win,
know, I didn't
Clark,
get to
with
play in the
respectable
4th. It's still a
performances
nice
on both
win.
ends of the floor.
So,
This is really a
it's
nice
decision time for the
overall
GM.
effort, Kevin.
Does he keep
And
me?
now, down to
Does
Doris
he let me
Burke,
go?
courtside, standing by with our Jordan player of the game. Doris?
Josh, congratulations.
Alright, so we're now loading up here. We just came into Indiana and beat them. He's going rogue. I don't know what that means.
Hey, boss, I came as soon as the trainer told me. What's going on?
I appreciate that about you. Since you've been here, you've been responsible, good teammate, hard worker, which makes this that much more difficult for me.
Uh-oh.
As you know, your 10-day contract is up. You've done some good things, but we just don't see a place for you on this team moving forward.
But I thought I was holding my own.
Yeah, you were. But this is in a league of water carriers, and we need a lot more than that here.
I mean, but you never even told me what I need to do. If it's more weights, if it's sprints, if it's film room.
Son,
I mean, whatever.
The decision has been made, and who knows, maybe you'll catch on somewhere else, you know? But we appreciate the contribution, and it's time we parted ways.
Well, thanks for the chance. But I want you to know this. This is not the last time you heard of me.
I hope not, son. And if any other GMs reach out, I'm gonna tell them you handled yourself like a pro here. Good luck.
All right, thank you, sir.
Looks like I've been cut from Detroit.
Would you please put that controller down? We've got business to discuss. Now, there's an old saying I'm fond of. Beggars can't be choosers.
No, that's a cliche. And we're not beggars. So what else?
Yeah, we're not beggars yet, but we both will be if you don't start bringing in some of that do-re-mi, all right? Now listen, we've got another offer on the table, a 10-day deal. It's not with a contender, but there's another saying I'm fond of.
And what's that?
Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. I know it's not what you want, but it's a chance to compete, build a highlight reel, you know, show all the GMs across the league what you can do. What do you say?
Man, I say I'm tired of this couch. Let's get back to work.
Alright, so we have another 10-day deal somewhere. Let's find out where. For the load.
Well, I'm sailing.
And looky here. I'm back with Atlanta. You guys know back in NBA 2K14 I did pretty well. So, let's do it. Squeeze on. And sorry these videos keep getting a little bit longer. I only have 4 games this time with my old team, the Atlanta Hawks. Now just waiting for this one to load.
Let's meet your Atlanta Hawks starting lineup. At the center position, standing 6.
That's alright.
The Hawks play before the hometown crowd, and we've got it live right here from Atlanta, Georgia. Last game for the Warriors, they pick up the W against the Dallas Mavericks. And what really made that outcome a surprise was how lopsided it was.
And I thought, guys, they were the beneficiary of what was
Alright, so this time the ATL Hawks will lead it 15-8.
Teague kicks to Millsap.
Paul Millsap.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Here's Teague.
Yep,
And he gets
Teague
the
makes
bucket.
it.
Teague's got 5.
very positive opening quarter for them. The shots have been falling.
You know, the shooting percentage would be nice if it stayed right there, but that's going to be tough to do.
Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Atlanta. The Bulldozer comes in for Jeff Teague. With a break in the action, let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These squads have been lights out this month. The Warriors, #1.
I just love the flow.
Alright, so we're supposed to guard Steph Curry
because of that rhythm and
Golden
pace.
State's all-star.
You know, the issue really
Along with Klay Thompson,
with
that
Atlanta
is, of course.
this year and moving forward isn't that they're a bad team. They've just been kind of stuck in that middle road of mediocrity. They're competitive, play hard.
Maurice Spates with the
They're
basket.
hoping to find a way to get to the next level now.
Alright, guys.
Atlanta's gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. The Bulldozer passes to Scott. 1:46 left to play in the first. No good from the Bulldozer. Warriors trail by 7. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hey, Kevin, thanks.
Nice.
We're able to chat.
I'm pushing.
Keys to this game, and he singled out Paul Millsap as a player they've simply got to.
That's alright, I get myself to the line.
He's always been an energy guy, someone you have to locate and box out every possession. But he's developed his offensive game to the point where he's more than just a hustle guy. He's also a scoring threat now, and a guy we can't leave open.
Yes.
Thanks a lot, Doris. Atlanta making some changes. Payne, he's checked in for Millsap, and it's Kent Bazemore in for Kyle Korver. Then for the Warriors, Lee comes in for Green, and it's Rush in for Curry. Second free throw, no good.
It's alright.
You look at how efficient David Lee is around the basket. He can go with either shoulder and use either hand to score. He was wrist in high school. It's part of the reason why he's been able to develop that offhand so well. And the defense fouling there to prevent that layup, forcing 2 free throws here.
Nice job that time of attacking the paint and drawing the
Alright,
contact.
so we're up 18 to 12.
But with David Lee and his broken wrists, often having a setback like that at an early age, Clark can be a blessing in disguise, and he is definitely one of the most skilled scorers with his offhand.
Yeah, he does a really good job as an ambidextrous finisher. And it really puts the defender in a pickle because oftentimes as a defender, you want to try to take away one side or the other. With David Lee, you pretty much just have to try to square him up. All the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did.
Oh, that was me.
With all that Sean Livingston went through with his horrific injury a few years back, Steve, it's amazing just to see him out there on the floor playing basketball.
Yeah, I remember seeing that live. It was one of the most awful things to see on a basketball court, and I just have so much respect for Livingston, the way he's continued to grind it out and carve out a career for himself. He's become a very, very good player.
Big shot.
No good from the Bulldozer. Warriors trail by 4. Here's Rush. Spades trying to break loose. Rush
Only
gets the
down,
bucket.
only up
He
2
always
now.
knows where
We
his
gotta
teammate's
get
going to
some
be, and Kevin,
movement
that
going.
will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him. And with Livingston, you know, he had to adjust the way he played after the injury, but was able to pick things up on the fly as he managed to be a contributor on every team that he's been on since the injury. And I think that says an awful lot about him as a
Good
player
bucket.
and as a coach. I'll tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
Well, that's the key to basketball. Get the ball inside, into the paint, either with a pass or with penetration.
Pass to Rush. He kicks it to Lee.
Stolen, let's go.
Here's Bazemore with 4 seconds on the clock.
Oh,
Shot is
bad.
blocked. Heaves it up. No good.
That's not gonna be good either.
And so that's the end of the first quarter. Offensively, pretty stagnant. The Hawks on top, up 4. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And the first quarter is in the books. Atlanta making some changes.
Now I do have to guard Klay Thompson.
Damari Carroll comes in for Payne, and it's the Bulldozer in for Teague. Golden State also making some changes. Spates checked in for Bogut, and it's Thompson in for Leandro Barbosa. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Klay Thompson and Brandon Rush at the 2 and 3. Maurice Spates out there with David Lee.
I don't want to bite for the fake.
That's an unusual surprising miss for him. Typically, he's good on those inside.
The Warriors, one of the top defensive teams in the league the last couple of seasons, and the improvement coincided with a change in defensive strategy. They're sending pick and rolls down towards the sideline. They've got bigs.
That got tipped and
really
stolen.
protect the rim So they're doing what coaches call shrinking the floor, and it's been very effective for them.
Thompson misses. The Hawks leading by 13. Uncovered.
And we please knock that down.
I'll tell you what, the mid-range shot is not the easiest one to make, but when you've got daylight
I gotta
like he had
work
there,
on that too.
those are shots you want to make.
The screen from Thompson. Livingston dishes to Thompson. Shot clock at 6. And Spates gets it to go.
Tough assignment for that defender with the size mismatch we're seeing.
Yeah, I just don't think he's big enough to handle it.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. They set the pick. Cephalosha passes to the Bulldozer. Here's Carroll, guarded by Spates. Carroll kicks to Cephalosha. And there's the rejection, but he recovers it.
He had to force that one up, too.
Here is Livingston. A shot by Thompson, and nope. And it's wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
That's a very important shot to cut the lead to single digits going to halftime.
43-35.
Here with Steph.
Okay, guys, solid play so far. I like what I'm seeing. But just a few things to talk about before the second half. I like the number of assists we've racked up. That says a lot about the way we've been running our offense. And there's no reason we can't get more. Keep finding the open man.
All right, I think I'm going to skip the halftime.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments.
By the way. Ooh, now we're tied up. So let's see what we can do.
In for Bogut. Green comes in for Lee. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry.
Back,
Cephalosha is out
kicks
there with
it over
Scott.
Basemore.
Then it's Shelvin Mack.
Over the
Then
Cephalosha.
there's Kent Bazemore. And it's Payne in at the pivot, manning the middle. So that's the Hawks 5. 6 on the shot clock. Here's
Put it
Mack.
up.
He
does.
Max got 5.
He's not their first option, but not a bad fallback either.
The Bulldozer, he's checked in for Shelvin Mack.
Over the last month, we'll take a look at where the Hawks rank in the NBA stats. 3rd in free throw percentage, 6th in opponent points per game, and in field goal percentage. This is a team that shows excellent discipline at the offensive end.
Well, and you talked about the free throw shooting. That's what jumps out at me, Clark. And when you shoot well from the foul line, it allows you to close games so much easier because those are easy points, and you get your defense set up at the other end because the clock is stopped.
Space.
Knocks it loose. Out of bounds. Atlanta will take
Nice.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Teague, he's checked in.
Why'd they sub me out?
And Golden State looking at who they've got. We've got Maurice Spates. David Lee is out there with Draymond Green. Then it's Curry. And it's Livingston in at the 2 spot.
Get in there.
Well defended, and he's not someone who responds well to that kind of defensive pressure.
Curry dishes to Green. Livingston passes to Green. Takes the 3. Off target with that shot. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, Paul, congratulations.
Alright guys, that's gonna do it for me tonight. I'm DB, and I'm out. I hope you guys all enjoyed. But just a quick note, by the way, before I go out, I'm going to be traveling tomorrow, so I won't be able to do any Yu-Gi-Oh! Openings for you guys this weekend, but next week I'll be back, and I think I might be able to do a new Challengers box opening. So definitely stay tuned for that. And also for my other video game news, unfortunately I have to cut The Amazing Spider-Man 2 because of the new, the PlayStation 4. So I'll be starting up a playthrough of the new Super Mario Bros. U pretty soon too. So So, be rock and rolling. Thank you, everybody.